Welcome to Mindful Weekend Yoga from a new location this weekend. I am in a place called Point Reyes, which is in Northern California on a beautiful bay. And there is no indoor space to teach. So I decided to teach anyway from this deck, which I absolutely love. But as the sun shifts, your view of me will get brighter and less bright, and that's just the way it is. So hopefully you'll enjoy the view and it will add. I do recommend for those of you that are jumping on now to turn your volume all the way up because it's a little bit harder to hear outside. So I will talk louder and probably a little less than usual, just so hopefully you can hear the birds and the other things. There are a few cars going by too, as it turns out. So for those of you that are new, it sounds like there are a couple new folks. I am Jessie Mahoney, and I am a mindful life and relationship coach and a yoga teacher. I'm also a pediatrician, and I do a lot of physician wellness. And I teach these classes as a form of healing and breathing and restoring, and also in community. I know that even though we're on Zoom, we are in community all across the world these days. And so it feels very much a healing and connecting space, even across the internet. So I hope that you feel that wherever you may be. And today, as it is 9/11, I thought we would focus a bit on healing and this idea of unity. And also the idea of that painful things can lead to amazing things. And so with that, find a comfortable spot on your mat. If you have a block or a bolster or a blanket, sit up on something, and hips above your knees. And I'm just going to start a little closer up since I will talk more in the beginning. So if you sit up and cross your legs gently, allow your knees to flop forward. And tilt your pelvis forward, that pelvic bowl forward, and stack your vertebrae one atop the other. Reach your spine towards the sky. Crown of the head reaches all the way up, and drop your shoulders with intention. And take a moment as a gift of kindness to yourself to just arrive and land here. Taking a moment to notice how you feel. In this moment, let your heart slow down and your breath lengthen and deepen, taking in a long, deep inhale through your nose and an exhale through your mouth. Another long, deep inhale through your nose and an exhale through your mouth. And if it works for you, close your eyes and check in with yourself. Check in with yourself on this moment, on this somewhat momentous day. And thinking about how painful things can lead to amazing things. I know when I think back in my life, many painful things have led to beautiful, amazing things. And in the moment, it's hard to see. And so I offer this 20-year perspective on 9/11 that it was bad and many good things have come from it. And I'm guessing that 20 years from now, as we look back on this moment in the pandemic, it will have been bad and many good things will have come from it. And so, and in smaller scale, even in your own life, I know that for me, that's very much true. And I've had an opportunity to reflect on a number of hard things this week, and that many amazing things did come from it. And so nature for me inspires hope in a much more expansive way of thinking. So I offer that thought this morning in this moment of what I know for many of you is a painful moment, especially for those who work in healthcare, and that remembering that amazing things can come. And also that allowing the pain, and it's not to bypass it or make light of it, letting it be, the frustration, the sadness, letting it move through just as it's supposed to. And then in that process, the amazing things do come at some point. Everything, good and bad, even nature, and even teaching yoga outside, all have good and bad. Bringing your left hand to your heart and right hand to top, press in gently, sending a little bit of oxytocin, kindness to yourself. And taking a moment here to be together, kindness towards everyone else here in this Zoom space, and kindness towards yourself. Kindness towards those who think differently and act differently than we think they should. A moment to just let everyone and everything be just as it is. Taking in a long, deep inhale and a huge exhale. Notice how you feel here. Perhaps some tingles in your fingers and your toes, and enjoy it. And bring your hands to heart center, palms together, finger pads touch. And set an intention for your practice today. An intention doesn't have to be serious. It can be a wish or an aspiration. Perhaps just to allow some softness and kindness to yourself and to others in this moment that might be painful. And to be willing to be patient or open to see whatever other amazing thing might be there or might be coming sometime soon. So what is your intention, wish, or aspiration for this time on your mat and afterwards as you go back out into your world, wherever you may be? Take in a long, deep inhale and an exhale. Slowly lower your hands. Open your eyes if they're closed and allow the light back in. Roll those shoulders back 3 times, huge circles, and forward 3 times. And enjoy it. Pause. Press your right hand down on your right side, ground it into the earth. Reach your left arm up and over your ear, stretch gently towards the side. Open up the whole side body, breathe into it. Exhale, let it go. Nourishing every nook and cranny with delicious breath. Exhale, release. Let the tension go, the frustration go, the resistance go. Long, deep inhale once again. Exhale, let it go. Press into your hand. Reach both arms up towards the sky and drop your shoulders with intention. Inhale, reach tall, tall, tall towards the sky. Exhale, lower your other hand, palm flat to the earth. Ground your hip downward, stretch the arm over the ear, opening up the whole side body here. Breathe into it, nourish every nook and cranny. And exhale, let it go. Another long, deep inhale. And exhale, let it go. One more inhale here, filling up every nook and cranny with nourishment. And exhale, softly let things go. Press into your hand, bring both arms up towards the sky. Clasp your fingers together, press your palms towards the sky. Inhale, reach tall, ground your sit bones into the earth, tilt the pelvic bowl forward, fill up your lungs with air, reach those palms towards the sky. Slight arch back. Exhale, round forward, suck your navel, allow your head and neck to drop. Seated cat pose. Inhale, slight arch backwards, fill up your lungs with air. Exhale, round forward, suck your navel, round your spine, fold forward. Inhale, arch, reach back. And exhale, round forward, suck your navel once again towards the spine, head and neck release. Inhale, reach up towards the sky once again. Allow your arms to open towards the sides. Press your palms into the side walls or the side world, wherever it might be. Wrists flexed, fingers point towards the sky. Wrap your arms in front, right arm under the left, right elbow under the left. Grab your thumbs or your palms together if you can. Inhale, raise your elbows to shoulder height. Exhale, pause. Inhale, lift your elbows up another inch. And exhale, lower to shoulder height. Inhale, reach those elbows up. Notice the release between the scapula. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up once again. And exhale, lower down. Untangle your arms, stretch them out towards the side walls. Once again, press your palms into the side wall. Pinch your scapula together. Notice the tightness. Exhale, let it go. Wrap your arms in the opposite direction. Left elbow under right, thumbs together, palms together, whatever works for you. Lift those elbows up to shoulder height if possible. Inhale, lift up an inch. Exhale, lower to shoulder height. Inhale, lift up an inch. Exhale, lower to shoulder height. Inhale, up an inch. And exhale, drop to shoulder height. Enjoy for a second that release. Untangle your arms, stretch them once again towards the side walls and lower them towards the earth. Roll your shoulders back 3 times once again, moving everything, and forward 3 times. Noticing the heat in your arms and your shoulders. And from here, we'll stretch our legs long in front. Stay up atop your block or bolster if you have one. Stretching your arms long, your legs, pardon me, long in front. Ground those sit bones, move the flesh of your seat if need be. Stretch your legs long and flex your ankles and toes towards your knees. Tilt your pelvic bowl forward, stack your spine one atop the other vertebrae. Lengthen your neck, reach the crown of your head towards the sky. Your knees can be gently bent if you wish. Inhale your arms up towards the sky. Lengthen the side body. Exhale, drop your shoulders for a moment. Inhale, reach your arms up, up, up. And exhale, fold forward. Allow your head and neck to release towards your shins. And if you wish, straighten your knees and lower them towards the earth. Stretch the whole back legs. Breathe into it, noticing the tension and letting it go. Showing up with kindness for yourself. Allowing some softness, letting go of the resistance. Easing the journey of the hard. Breathe into the back body once again here. Fill up those lungs with your head and neck released. And exhale, let it go. Slowly walk your hands up your shins to your knees, to your thighs. Sit upright. Crown of the head reaches towards the sky and drop your shoulders. Take out whatever you happen to be sitting on, and we'll come to meet on hands and knees. Hands directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips, padding under your knees if you need it. Ground both hands into the earth. Open your fingers wide, equal pie shapes between each one. Ground all 10 knuckles and both palms into the earth. Engage your arms, tuck your shoulders into the pockets. Tops of the shins rest gently on the earth. Tops of the feet rest gently on the earth. Inhale for cow. Stick those sit bones up towards the sky. Crown of the head reaches towards the sky. Stretch the front of your belly. And exhale, round into cat. Suck your navel all the way up towards the sky. Inhale into cow. And exhale, round into cat. Drop your head and neck. Suck that navel all the way up towards the sky.
Once again, at your own pace, just warm up the spine, get things moving. And exhale, come into cat pose. Suck that navel all the way up towards the sky. And we'll meet back in tabletop, hands and knees. Stretch your right leg long behind you. Flex your ankle, toes rest gently on the earth. Engage your belly, hips square towards the earth. Inhale, raise your left arm long in front. Right foot raises about 6 inches. Come into a balanced pose. Pause here, exhale. Inhale once again. Stretch your heel and your fingers long in each direction. Engage your belly. And exhale, let it go. Inhale long. Exhale, bring your elbow to knee underneath. Inhale, stretch long in either direction. Press your heel in one direction, fingers in the other. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, stretch long once again. Lower your left hand, right foot towards the earth. Drop your right heel towards the earth. Twist open towards the right. Come into gate pose. Right fingers reach up towards the sky. Outer edge of the right foot grounds into the earth. Left palm grounds into the earth. If you wish, raise your right leg up about to hip height. Come into a balanced pose here. Noticing how stable you are or unstable you are. Either one's fine. Lower your right foot. Lower your right arm. Come back to hands and knees. Even things out. Take a moment to ground yourself in the transitions. Reorganize your hands, your fingers, your palms, your arms. Notice the tops of both feet on the earth. Stretch your left leg long behind. Ankle flex, toes on the earth. Inhale, raise right arm and left leg. Right arm reaches long at shoulder height. Heel presses back just below hip height. Breathe into it. Strong belly, strong core. Focus on your center here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, elbow to knee underneath you. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, elbow to knee, squeeze everything out. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach long. Lower your right hand, left foot. Drop your left heel towards the earth, twist towards the left. Left hand is going to reach towards the sky. Come into gate pose on this side. Left hand continues to reach towards the sky. If you wish, raise your left foot up to hip height. Come into gate pose, balance gate. Notice your balance or lack of balance and just enjoy it. Lower your left foot, lower your left hand, come back to hands and knees. Walk your hands forward to handprint, curl your toes and shoot your hips up into downward dog. Widen your feet if you need. Do what works for you. Walk that dog. Bend one knee and then the other. You can move quickly or slowly, whatever works for you. Warming up the backs of the legs, enjoying it. Press into your hands, press your hips up towards the sky, high, high, high. The hips are the apex. Lift up onto your tiptoes, heels high, hips reach towards the sky. Slowly lower your heels towards the earth and enjoy it. Notice how it feels. Huge inhale and exhale. Another huge inhale and huge exhale. Pause here a moment. Interestingly, downward dog is considered a rest pose. Notice your heart hang in your chest. No pressure, no stress. Filling completely without gravity here. Breathe into that pocket behind the heart. And exhale, let it go. Another deep inhale. And exhale. Raise your right leg towards the sky. Come into three-legged dog here. Press the heel into the back wall. Knees straight, leg engaged, fully engaged. Hips are square. Gently bring your right foot between your hands. Come into low lunge or Anjaneyasana. Wiggle those right toes forward so your knee does not extend beyond your ankle. Back knee is on the earth. Untuck the back toes. Sink into your hips here. Slowly rise up. Bring your hands to hips. Tack your right hip back and your left hip forward and enjoy it. Notice that release in the front of the left hip. Our hips carry much of our tension and our resistance. Breathe into the front of that left hip. Long, deep inhale. Huge exhale. Reach both arms up towards the sky. Bring them to your ears. Inhale, reach your fingers tall towards the sky. Exhale, sink into the hips a little bit more. Inhale, reach tall, tall, tall. Lengthen both side bodies. You may wish to wiggle your right toes forward a little bit. Sink into it a little bit more. Bring your right hand to your right hip. Tip the left hand gently towards the right. You'll notice a psoas release. It feels perhaps a little painful. Breathe into it. Amazing things will come from it. And exhale. Once again, inhale right into that psoas, all the tension. And exhale, sink a little lower. One more breath here. Right into it. Exhale, raise your right arm up towards the sky once again. Hands come to heart center. Hinge at your waist. Hook your left elbow onto your right thigh. Come into a low lunge twist. Palms will come together, elbows in opposite direction here. Breathe into the heart space here. Notice discomfort anywhere. Make sure it's not too much discomfort, but breathe into it. And exhale. One more deep breath here. Twist back to center. Lower your hands to either side of your knee. Straight your right leg. Come back into half splits. Walk your hands back towards your thighs, about to your knee or a little farther with the leg straight. Flex your toes towards your nose, ankle towards your nose. Tuck that right hip back, left hip forward. Enjoy the stretch in the back of the right leg. Point your toe and flex your toe. Point your toe and flex your toe. Once more, point. Enjoy the stretch in the front of the shin and flex. Walk your hands forward, bend the right knee, curl the left toes, lift up to a low lunge, stay low. Left palm grounds into the earth, twist towards the right side. Right arm reaches towards the sky. Arms reach in either direction, back leg is straight, knee is off the ground. A low lunge twist, a high lunge twist, or we call it an easy twist. Interesting name. Breathe into your chest space here. Lower your right hand into the left hip crease. Roll your heart space open. Look up towards the sky. Breathe into that pocket behind the heart that opens up here, filling up your chest. Taking care of you. Spreading kindness. Noticing that even here, the heart also feels amazing. You may notice a stretch in the outer right hip. Reach your right arm up towards the sky once again. Lower it on the outside of your right foot. Straight your right knee. Come into a long triangle, we call it. So both legs are straight. Both toes jet line towards the front of the mat. Tack your right hip back, left hip forward. You'll notice a lot of twangy stretch here. Back heel is off the ground. Lower it towards the earth, lift up the right toes. Lower your right toes, shift your weight forward, shift your weight back, and pause for a moment here. Even if it feels hard or painful, not too much pain, but allow the stretch, because it will feel amazing. Press off the back foot, hop all the way towards the front of the mat, come into a forward fold. Knees bend gently. Widen your stance if need be. Lift up all 10 toes and lower them down. Allow your head and neck to release completely. Hands clasp your elbows. Fold forward and release everything. Shift your weight gently into your toes and into your heels. Enjoy the play to the left, to the right. Lower your hands towards the earth, engage your belly, and slowly roll up to stand inch by inch by inch. Head will be the last to rise. When you arrive, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, draw them back towards the back of the mat, and lower them down by your sides, Tadasana or mountain pose. Allow the blood flow to shift here and enjoy it. Deep inhale into your chest and huge exhale. Once again, deep inhale and exhale. Inhale your arms out and up towards the sky. Palms come together, slight arch back, fold forward, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift, spine straight, sit bones reach towards the back of the mat. Exhale, fold forward. Step back directly to downward dog. Once again, hips are the apex. Reach them skyward. Take a moment to organize yourself. Spread all 10 fingers wide, equal pie shapes between them. Both palms ground into the earth, arms strong and engaged. Tuck your shoulders, arms into your shoulders. Hips reach skyward. Lift up onto all 10 toes. Heels high, 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 hips high. Press up and back. Lower your heels towards the earth. Notice how good it feels. Huge deep inhale into the pockets behind the heart here, creating space for your heart to fill completely. And exhale, let it go. Raise your left leg towards the sky, three-legged dog. Everything engaged, heel presses into the back wall. Exhale, gently bring your foot between your hands. Come into low lunge on this side. So take a moment to get organized. Wiggle those left toes far forward as you need. Back knee is on the earth. Untuck the back toes. You may want to shimmy the back knee back a little bit. Double your mat over if the knee is tender. Wiggle those left toes forward. When you're ready, rise up. Place your hands gently on the left thigh and allow yourself to sink into that right hip flexor. Lots of tension in the hips. Inhale, rise upward, reach the crown of your head towards the sky. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. Notice all the tension. Breathe into it. On the exhale, wiggle those toes forward, sink a little bit lower. Inhale, both arms up towards the sky. Stretch the side body. Exhale, sink into that hip a little bit more. Inhale, reach tall and long. Exhale, sink. Left hand to left hip crease. Tip towards the left with your right hand. Feel the psoas calling you. Breathe into it. So much tension and emotion and angst and frustration and resistance and resentment there. Send it the breath and exhale, loosen it a little bit. Inhale right into the discomfort and exhale, loosen.
One more breath. Inhale, both arms up towards the sky once again. Hands release to heart center. Hinge forward at your waist. Hook your right elbow onto your left thigh. Come into a low lunge twist. Notice the stretch in the front of the right hip here. Breathe into it. It's a different spot, lots of spots. Just allow it. And exhale. One more deep breath here. And exhale, let it go. Twist back to center. Lower your hands towards the earth. Shift your weight back, straight your left leg, flex your left ankle, toes come towards your knee. Walk your hands back to about your knee position. Left leg is straight. Flex those toes towards the sky. Play with your hips here. Tack your left hip back, right hip forward, right hip back, left hip forward. Just enjoy it. Notice how it feels. Point your left toe and flex your left toe. Point your left toe and flex your left toe. Once more, point, flex, and pause here. Deep breath into the back of the left leg and enjoy it. Exhale, let it go. Walk your hands back forward, bend the left knee, curl your back toes, lift up into a high lunge, readjust that left foot if it somehow is too long or not right. Widen your stance if need be. Left knee is bent at 90 degrees. The knee does not extend beyond the ankle. Right palm flat to the earth, all fingers spread wide. Twist gently towards the left. Come into an easy twist on this side. Back knee is off the earth, back heel is off the earth. Drop your left hand into the right hip crease. Roll open towards the left, look towards the sky. Breathe into the pocket of the heart here that pops open. And exhale, let things go. Another deep inhale here. Notice if anything's shaking and just allow it and appreciate it. Reach your left hand towards the sky, lower it towards the earth. Straight your left knee, come up into long triangle. You may need to hop your back foot wider or closer, whatever works for you. Both legs are straight. Tack the left hip back, right hip forward, and notice the stretch in the back of the left leg. Shift your weight forward into the left toes. Heel is high in the back. Lower your right heel, lift your left toes up towards the sky. Lower them down and pause here in long triangle. Enjoy it. Breathe into it. Lift up your back heels, step your back foot forward, come into a forward fold. Sink your hips back down and low, come directly into chair pose. Hips are back down and low, bring your hands to heart center. Press your thumbs into your sternum. If you wish, you can raise your arms up. I have a bum shoulder, so I never do, but hands to heart center, palms together. Either position is fine. Sink those hips down and low. Notice your thighs engaged, perhaps shaking. And just enjoy it, knowing that it will feel amazing later. Breathe into it. And exhale. Once again, breathe into those thighs. And exhale, lower your head, hands towards the earth, hips shoot up, release everything. Drop your head and neck. And just pause here in this position. Yoga is also about shifting perspective, and forward fold is a shift in perspective.
Perhaps open your eyes, look through your legs, see what you see. Look down at the earth, notice how you feel here. Engage your belly, excuse me, and slowly roll up inch by inch by inch by inch. Your head will be the last to rise. Notice how all of that shift feels, how the blood flow shift feels, and enjoy it. When you arrive, just pause there. Notice the tingles. From here, we're going to step back directly into a warrior two foot position. You'll have a nice runway between your feet. Left toes point directly towards the front of the mat. Back foot is pigeon-toed. Your heels are in what we call heel to heel alignment. Cartwheel your arms open, come into warrior two. Arms are at shoulder height. Sink your hips down. Front knee bent to 90 degrees. Knee does not extend beyond your ankle. Warrior two is a strong yet peaceful pose. And this place here and perhaps September 11th feel like a strong but peaceful poses are required. So arms stretch in either direction, hips sink low, spine is straight up and down towards the sky, crown of the head reaches towards the sky, and arms reach in opposite directions. Inhale deeply, gazes over your left middle finger. Exhale, sink down and enjoy it. Bend your left elbow, place your left forearm onto the left thigh lightly. Reach your right arm over your right ear, stretch long the whole right side body, come into side angle pose. Ground the outer edge of the right foot into the earth, stretch the whole right side body, long, 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 feel it in your waist. Stretching yourself here, perhaps a little discomfort, knowing it will feel amazing later. One more deep breath here. Cartwheel your arms back, open to warrior two. Straight that front knee. Shift forward like a little teapot, all the way long, long, long over the left foot. Drop your left hand towards the left shin or the floor or a block if it's nearby. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. Trikonasana or triangle pose. Once again, drop that right hand into your left hip crease. Roll your shoulder open, look upward towards the sky, opening the heart space. Breathing into it. Noticing what might feel hard here and just allowing it. Both legs are straight. One more breath. Reach your right arm towards the sky. Exhale, rise back upright. Bring your hands to your waist, turn sideways. Wide angle, feet are lined up with the side of the mat. Hinge at your waist, fold forward. Bring your hands to a block or the earth. Back is straight. If you have a block, you can place your hands on it to keep your back straight. And pause here for a moment. Another shift in perspective. If you wish, you can drop your head and neck, put your head on a block, or just hang low for an easy inversion. Inversions are amazing for shifting perspective. See what you see between your legs behind you. How do things look from there? How might things look if you opened up to shifting your perspective? 2 breaths here. Notice also your heart hanging in your chest. Lots of room to fill here. One more deep breath. Slowly, if your head and neck are released, come back to flat back. And notice that if it doesn't feel good to be in an inversion, don't do it next time. There's no better or worse. Whatever works for you is what's right. Bring your hands to your hips, rise upright.
Turn your toes towards the right. Come into warrior two here. Back foot is on an angle. Heels are heel to heel, so reorganize if they're not right. They very well might not be. Cartwheel your arms open, bend your front knee. Front knee is bent at 90 degrees, knee does not extend beyond your ankle. Back leg is straight. Outer edge of the back foot grounds into the earth. Sink into your hips, gazes over your right middle finger. Warrior two. 3 deep breaths. Enjoy it. Strong yet soft. Powerful yet easeful. Not having to respond or do anything, just be here. Bend your right arm, lower your right forearm to your right thigh, lightly rests on the right thigh. Reach your left arm over your left ear, stretch the whole left side body long, 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 and enjoy it. Strong but easeful here, side angle pose. Another deep breath, stretch long, stretch the whole waist, send the breath right to the waist. Last breath here. Rise upright to warrior two. Straight your right knee. Right hand reaches long, long, long over the right foot. Drop the right hand to the shin. Reach your left hand up towards the sky. Lower your left hand into the right hip crease. Roll your left shoulder open. Gaze is upward towards the sky, if that works for your neck. And if not, look wherever works for your neck. Once again, notice what works for you. Notice if you prefer a block. And if you don't have blocks, I highly recommend them. Often when we give ourselves the support we need, we're able to do much more. And blocks are just that. And literally they are pieces of cork, even though we might make them mean something else, or foam if you happen to have those. Rise back upright. Turn your toes back towards the side of the mat. Bring your heels in towards one another. Sink your hips down. Come into goddess pose for a moment. Hips down, knees over your ankles, directly in line with your feet. Bring your hands to heart center here. Sink your hips down. Sink into it. Once again, hands to heart. Press the thumbs into your sternum and take a moment here just to check in with your heart once again. Even though you're working hard here, there's always a moment and a way to check in with your heart and check in with your breath. Take in a deep breath here, even as your legs shake. And exhale. Raise your right heel and lower it. Raise your left heel and lower it. If you wish, you can raise both heels. Notice how that feels. And lower it. Straight your knees, rise back upright. Lower your hands to your hips and heel toe your feet together. Take a moment and roll your shoulders back 3 times. And we'll slowly come back down to sit on the mat. Stretch your legs out long in front of you. Rock your hips side to side. Move the flesh of your seat out of the way. Flex your toes towards your nose in line with your knees. Tilt your pelvic bowl forward. Stack your spine. Drop your shoulders. Lengthen your neck and reach the crown of your head towards the sky. Take a moment here. Strong belly, strong core. Ground the sit bones downward. Chest puffs out. Crown of the head reaches forward. Hands tent behind you. Drop your shoulders. Press your knees into the earth. Come into Dandasana, or staff pose. Another strong yet easeful pose. Notice perhaps if there's any shaking here. Breathe into your chest. And exhale, let it go. Raise your arms up to shoulder height and slowly roll back inch by inch, engaging your belly here. Lower yourself down to the mat.
Deep inhale. And a huge exhale. Allow yourself to land on the earth. Notice its power, strength, and energy underneath you. Let it seep up through whatever is touching the earth. Toes can fall towards the outer edge of the mat. Palms open towards the sky. Enjoying it. Flip your palms over. Bend your knees. Walk your heels all the way towards your buttocks. Heels come towards your toes. Reorganize your shoulders if need be. Press into your feet and your palms. Reach your hips skyward. High, high, high. Engage your buttocks. Knees connect. Shimmy your shoulders underneath you. Take your hands, grab the outer edges of your mat. Tug them towards your heels. Hips reach high, 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 high. High as you can. Knees energetically connect. Allow the release in the back. Heart to hang light in your chest. Hips and buttocks working. Reach high. Breathe into it. Stay high. And exhale. Slowly untuck your shoulders and roll down towards the earth. Allowing your hips to land, buttocks to release. Untuck your shoulders. Notice how you feel. Draw your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Rock side to side. Massage your sacrum. Enjoy it. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your feet. Come into happy baby. And rock side to side once again. Straight one leg. Bend the knee. Straight the other leg. Bend the knee. Rock a little further. Press your knees towards the earth. Open up the inner thighs. Bring the soles of your feet together. Press your heels into your groin. Move your chest out of the way if need be. Press those heels into the groin and enjoy the release there. Slowly lower your feet towards the earth. Come into Supta Baddha Konasana or reclining butterfly. Bring your left hand to heart and right hand to belly, checking in with yourself again. Realizing that those of us who are healers very often don't check in with ourselves. So take a moment to check in with yourself. If there's pain, frustration, anxiety, anger, rage, let it be, allow it. If you feel soft and peaceful and kind, allow that. Allow whatever is there. And check in with your heart and check in with your belly, because you may hold things in different spots. Let the knees flop outward even a little more, releasing tension in the hips and the groin. Take your right hand and lower it an inch or two over the sacral plexus and check in there. Notice how that feels. Sometimes we carry the pain there, and just allow it, acknowledge it, see it. We often wait for other people to see us or take care of what we need, but allow yourself to see yourself here. Feel what you feel. Let it bubble to the surface. Gently bring your hands to your thighs, to the outer edge. Draw your knees together. And extend your legs long in front, allowing your toes to fall towards the outer edge of the mat. Palms open towards the sky, about 6 inches from your waist. Coming into Shavasana, or final resting pose. A few moments to allow yourself to be. Allow the strength of the earth to hold you. For those of you that are outside, the sun to warm you. Allowing the breath to nourish you
and everything to just circulate through you, a bit like magic. Knowing that the pain and the hard and the stretch and the struggle can also turn into amazing. Immediately sometimes, takes longer sometimes. Just let that all percolate through, allowing it, feeling it, all the sensations. Let go of the control of the breath and allow yourself to rest and heal right here. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Slowly, kindly, with curiosity, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Notice for a moment how amazing Shavasana feels. And can you bring a little bit more of that Shavasana feeling with you? Whatever may be in the rest of your day, or the rest of your week, or whatever may be going on in your life. Take a long, deep inhale. Stretch your fingers long in one direction, toes in the other direction. Fill yourself up with air. Inhale even a little bit more. And a huge exhale, letting everything go. Bring your knees into your chest and slowly roll over to one side. Pause for a moment here. Reflecting on whatever may be hard or challenging or painful now. And what if it turned out amazing? What is the amazingness that's within it that perhaps you can see now as you feel a little more soft and a little more open? Allowing that when you soften into the moment and allow it to unfold, that there's magic there. And when you're ready, press into your hands and slowly come up to a comfortable seat where we began, on a block, a bolster, a blanket, or on your own sit bones on the earth. Take a moment to ground your sit bones into the earth once again. Tilt your pelvis forward, that pelvic bowl rocked forward, and your spine stacked one vertebrae upon the other with intention. Lengthen your neck and drop your shoulders. Reach the crown of your head towards the sky with intention. And rest your hands lightly on your thighs. Take in a deep inhale and a huge exhale. Notice how you feel. Close your eyes. Notice all the tingles in all the spots and allow and enjoy them. Bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand atop. Press in gently. A moment to release more oxytocin, more feel-good hormones. No reason not to do this at any time. A gift to yourself and a gift to others. Take in another long, deep inhale here. And a huge exhale. Bring your hands to heart center, palms together, finger pads touch. Press those thumbs into your sternum, elbows out wide with intention. Take in another deep inhale and an exhale. Thank you all so much for joining me today. The light in me shines and reflects the light in each and every one of you. May you all notice the amazing that's out there, or the amazing that is to come potentially from whatever you may be struggling with, or we all may be struggling with in this moment. May you all be well, may you all be loved, and may you all have a beautiful week ahead. Namaste.